that walk through the little park, the moon high above the treetops, the smell of magnolias in full bloom, and when we are apart, I will be wishing on starlight, wishing that I could give the stars to you. Who knows if tomorrow may bring us the chance for a brand new start. Till that moment, you'll be in my heart. We are apart, I will be wishing on starlight, wishing that I could give the stars to you. Who knows if tomorrow may bring us the chance for a brand new start. Till that moment, you'll be in my heart. Till forever, you'll be in my heart.
That you love to watch me bleed. Baby, tell me it's something real, and I'll give you everything. Every now and then we can smile. You know I can't help myself. They play around with me for a while, keep tearing me up until there's nothing left. Ooh, it's obvious to me. Yeah, you love to watch me bleed. But not half as much as I love when you leave. I hate to see you lose. But I love to watch when you're walking away from me. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast.
Can I run up the score, run up the board, breaking the mold? Ay, ay, walking the door. You know what happened? We step on the floor. Ay, ay, coming from on. You don't want partners, you already know it. Ay, ay, come on to it. You already know I'm finna go do it. Ay, yeah, I'm locked in and I feel like Mark 10. Ay, walking to a room, chest up with my chin. Ay, already finished for this joint, it will begin. Ay, when is what I am, I cannot ever pretend. Ay, yeah, never pretend. Ay, back in the lab again. Ay, you when I touching the friends. Ay, you when I touching the kin. Ay, putting the points on the board, I'm killing the boys, you know what it is. Ay, switching the moves, no number 2, I came in the win. Like I said, I'm tapped in with the action. If it got the master on a master, I can never move passive. I'm active, I can make them go close on this Casper. Wanna know who running it, just ask us. On the track, I'm gunning it, I'm blasting. This, that gas, and diesel, shack and dog.
You know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast.
Hold up. Pay attention, this is beast mode. Got an edge on the game like a cheat code. Had to tighten up my focus like a beep hole. I want the rings and the chains like I'm Depot. Big dog walking, check my status. We established when it's show. Time to squat, making plays. Ooh, it's magic like some. We want the smoke. Y'all ain't really about that action. We got perfect off the practice. They ain't working, so they lack it. I've been hungry all my life. I ain't passing up a plate. I can't quit until I win. I ain't having no debates. This is sacrificing heart. That's exactly what it takes. So I'm going full throttle at me, back up out my way. Yeah, I promise you, you cannot stop me. Now when the whole team got me, I know I sound cocky, but watch me. I'ma show you what hard got me. Parameters. You not dealing with amateurs. You and your team cannot handle us. This excellence, Rich, stand it up, cause you know
I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast. You know I'm a beast. Welcome to the feast. My whole team off the leash. We don't know defeat. Everybody eat. Ay, you know I'm a beast.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. All day, every day. Captain Banhammer, Indian Rampage. 1+ saves. Goat Boy, Muddy Funster. Coil Daddy. Tolus, JDA. Camo Specs. Captain Banhammer, it is. The literal best. Captain Banhammer, you're sitting up at your desk now. That's great. Oh yeah, Rhea Prey in chat. Four days in the hospital with a ruptured disc. Bro, it's rough. I'm out the Baron Harkonnen power suit.
Let's do it!
Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on the literal best of all days. Coming to you live from that Beats Lab, Citrus County, Florida. We're doing it again. North America's nutsack. Mo's Magic. What's up, man? How you doing? I was just going through my list. Get some mailers, ship, hit a monument, some paint to put in the mailers. Talk to Game Envy. Edited the Orc videos to current. Scheduled them for Patreon drops. Orc Pride 95 months. Got some laundry, some painting, working on my work talents. Pay my insurance, my health insurance. So I guess the auto pay fucked up because I fucked up. That's always tight. Or Pigment, what's up, man? I guess I love the chat for all this orc action. Orc Pride. How you doing? Go boy, you got your dice and you got your ruler? Hell yeah. Opa says, complain to Game Envy to get some green purple paint handles. I'm talking to him, I'm trying to get some colors. Also talk to Battle Foam. Recoil's mom in chat. Darth Jameson. You like that? That ruler slaps, right? So I hit them up because I want some stuff. As I'm gonna be changing beat slaps soon. Maybe like end of October. War Pigment, thanks for not shaming for Hobo 2. I didn't notice. 100% would have. Coxie 230, what's up, man? You finally got your airbrush? Magnificent. Recoil, good job. Good old Doug Jameson. He said, "You're on place. You're not cohabitating, are you?" I am. I'm gonna move in with my girlfriend while I'm saving. Very different situation. Red coat says, GF, question mark, good for you. I've kept it private for about half a year. But you guys are going to notice a change of venue soon. So, might as well just tell you. Go boy, yeah. Like the situation is that I'm not gonna date anyone in Citrus County. Period. Made that decision pretty early on in coming to this county. So that means I have to drive to interact. So I've been going to her house on the weekends for quite some time now. And it's, you know, she knows I have goals and ambitions. And so trying to get out my own. But the 2004 Ford Ranger only gets about 18 miles to the gallon. Coxie, I'm glad you got an airbrush, brother. And Go Boy, yes. It's about an hour and 30, hour 28 minutes away. Pretty, you know, not too bad. And so, and yeah, Redco, you get it. We pray. I won't have ham radio access, but my parents are stoked, and they really like her. And so, which is a good sign, considering past issues. But, you know, we're a grown man. Spent a year recuperating. And so you'll notice my venue will change, but I'm keeping this. I've learned lessons over the last decade, guys. And one of them is a degree of privacy, forward facing to the world outside. And like keeping her name private, like her profile private, everything. And I would also say a certain degree of, like, not gonna lie, getting swatted, attempted swattings, that doesn't make me happy with that. So but you'll notice plan on end of October. And so venue change. But that's one of the things I was talking to Game Envy about, was that I'm gonna upgrade Beats Labs. Let's get some dope shit in here. Thank you, Go Boy. Thank you, Captain Bennett. So, you know, I'm not totally out on my own yet. Yeah, bro, for real, War Pigment. I feel you. Gravity is theory. Hope it works out for you, professional, private. Thanks, man. Gonna do a couple stream? No. Pray. I'm gonna do my best to avoid situations like that. But Peacock gotta fly. That's right, Recoil. Bidley Fitz, what's up, man? Renegade, what's up, brother? So I've got to start moving my stuff. I don't have a lot of stuff, though. You guys know. Everything I own is in this bedroom. 10 by 10. I left 90% of what I owned in California. So it all fits in my. Everything fits in my truck, except for this chair. That's a separate chair. Shout out to Recoil. Coxie, thank you for the resub. It's a great advice for the airbrush. You're welcome, man. And it is September. I just saw that, so I don't know what that means. Oh, they change it all the time, but hey, get your subs in September. We got all the subs for you. Or Pigment, will she have a nickname? She comes into this stream sometimes. I'm sure she'll make herself known in interaction with her moniker will become known. Dark Jameson. Yeah, it's good they don't have a ton of stuff. They'll accumulate more shit soon enough. They changed it up, Recoil. New subs only-ish, so resubs really don't do anything. They need a rampage. Yeah, I want to start fresh. That's the thing. I want to start fresh. You know, I've got dreams. I got aspirations. I'm 40. Here's the thing, guys. I'm 41. I've been working on my own business for almost 14 years. October 10th. Right? That's 14 years. And I literally have nothing. And I can I can literally point to like one person for why I have nothing. And so I spent a year recuperating, mitigating expense, paying off debt, living with my parents. Now I'm taking those steps forward. Biker Scout, what's up, player? What's up, man? Keeping it rusty. What's up, brother? So I'm excited, man. Been having a lot of fun. Been the happiest I've ever been, man. In the last 8 months, 9 months. Kyrie, yeah, he's like, bro, I live with my parents in order to buy a house. Smartest move ever made. Like, that's my dream. I'd like to own something. I own nothing. I mean, I own the car. My 2004 Ford Ranger. I don't own property. I don't own houses or anything. I don't own a fucking 401k. I don't got nothing. Bro, thank you, Redcoat.
For new beginnings, congrats, bro.
Well, they get so strong, man. Love and chat from my man Redcoat. I truly appreciate that. You know, nothing's more validating artistically, Redcoat, than money. I appreciate you dropping C note on this stream, sweet ass. You get some love and chat. That's right, keep it rusty. I do own my own happiness. I own my own time. And, you know, spent the appropriate amount of time as a grown man by myself, living, not cohabitating. I've been doing therapy for years. You know, and now it's time to move forward. There's a way to do both, you know? Like, so that's what I'm working toward. And this woman I'm talking about is completely on board with my goals and like my priorities. War Pigment, 1500 bits, man, you're my dude. Renegade says you're only 178 wins away from master rank. Did you just look me up? I haven't played Street Fighter in a minute. I played it and then the new season of Diablo happened. Recount says, how did living with your parents become a negative thing? It didn't. It's amazing. It's awesome. I mean, honestly, like, I can see myself just progressively getting lazier and lazier and lazier. It's just, fuck it, you know? So, partially, I have to move on, like, for hustle, you know, for the struggle hustle. Gravity's Theory, looking forward to the next level painting sequel. Me too, man. JDA, thank you. Keeping it rusted, thank you. Repurchase Dog, I remember us playing that D4 beta and you getting shit on for playing it because the change kicked off the reel. What was it? Played D4 beta and getting kicked off for real. Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Literally, I'm playing the Diablo 4 beta. The game I've been waiting 20 years for. We're playing like the first opening part of the beta. Yeah, you remember that shit. Replay remembers. You know, you do. You remember that fucking nightmare. And you know the new situation. Replay knows more than the rest of you guys because I played Diablo with them all. Like, it's a big difference, right? Of, you know, getting kicked off the beta versus being handed a beer to to play Diablo with my friends. You know, because it's something I enjoy doing. War Pigment. You know, you have to rephrase some of that. Man, he creep on you on the constantly. Lol, he really wants to play you. Yep. Wait, hold on. Context. Are you saying Renegade is creeping on me? Coxie, we're gonna be working on our Orc project. Kramus, what's up, player? Greenleaf Terrain Studios, let's get naked. Soon. Tally Taco. Have I played Space Marine 2? No. I watched all the cutscenes. That's all I care about. Bro, Reaper, right? Greenleaf Terrain Studios remains to this day my only OnlyFans subscriber. So, changes are coming in October. October 10th, 14th year anniversary. I'll have my move official by 25th. We'll be at Tampa Open early October. I'll probably be in Cali in November and Ohio in November. So it's going to be a busy ass couple of months. September is kind of the lull, and I got to get my shit painted. You guys know how the game works. Kramus, it took a $30 mech pack, and after this sale, turned into $150 on eBay. Nice. So it's gonna be hype. So promos, exclamation point, fall. And thank you guys for being a part of that journey. You guys have been there for a lot. I don't broadcast everything, but I know a lot of you guys, you know, have been there for me. So I appreciate it. Appreciate all of you. Fall hoodie. I updated the fall collection, like I told you, to keep your eyes. So the classiest, most sophisticated, you know, wardrobe collection in the game. Just got a second option added to it. So now we have the Heretic Gold and the Beast Mode Top D Grand Prix hoodies. One winner, two options at this moment. And also, these hoodies go up to 6L. Like, these all over hoodies are premium. So it's like a raffle. More entries, more chances. It's not a raffle, though, because there's no purchase necessary, because I give away one free spot per wildcard spot. No purchase necessary. War Payment says, I got... Oh, sorry. OnePlus says, he says, I appreciate you. Thank you. War Pigment. Got people asking about where I get my Heretic swag at the LGS all the time. That's right, boy. Final promo, exclamation point class. If you're new here, you don't know about this. It's a big part of what I do to pay my bills. Private course, syllabus. Full-on curriculum, one-on-one coaching. It's a real-ass class. Captain Banhammer. Slick Sith, what up, fellow Florida man? Just doing it. About to get this thing started. So I worked on my warp talents a little bit today. Kind of think I came to the resolution, or like came to the realization I'm not gonna get 10 done. That's happening. Which is why when I looked at my army list, I was like, man, what do I do? I noticed past Kenny already made 2 army lists. One called "You're a Lazy Piece of Shit," and it has only 5 warp talents. So I already thought past Kenny was already like, this fucker's not gonna get it. Captain Banhammer, friends and I have been playing the game for a decade. Now we hide for locos on each other's houses. Oh, it's like, yeah, it's like getting iced. Love it. It's a game where everyone loses. Yeah. Because you're all doing it to each other constantly. It's terrible. It's like, just stop. Truce. Renegade, so you have 10 Raptor heads to customize a Chaos Marine squad? No, I'm just not going to finish my Raptors. Like I'll get 5 done, but 10, I don't have enough time to get 10. That's fine. That's how I play 40k. It's like I build a list when the edition starts that is high points, low models, and then I expand from there in like orbit of that with different ideas, and then that gives me a lot of options, a lot of expansion and maintenance of hype. You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of people, they get caught in like a failure to launch state, which is what I teach people to not do in my classes. And so my list is always constantly kind of revolving around this core. And as I plug things in, like, oh, I like that, I want more of that. But sometimes, you'll put something in there and you'll be like, oh, I kind of like less of that. Why just waste the time? So by not assembly lining all 10, going 5 by 5, if I don't like them entirely enough to justify the other 5, I know this now. And I've got other options that I've been building. For a bottle of wild turkey.
For a bottle of wild turkey on your first stream in the new Beats Lab.
Thank you, brother. 100%. Templar says Secret Tech Fabia's bill is really good. I don't care about that shit. The only thing how many times have I said this, Templar? Whatever everyone else is doing, I guarantee I'm not doing. Like that's my like prime directive. James Kelly, what's up, brother? You see Grey Tide Studios, New Crimson Lords, Blood Angels bits? I have not. Make it strong, man. In my chat for John Jameson. I will 100% get that wild turkey. That's my favorite. But the whole strategy that I employ is that you end up with like about a 5,000 point collection with options. The disadvantage is that if you're not that confident with your playstyle, that can be a crippling disadvantage. So a lot of people I tell to just figure out the 2,000 points and get it done. So the first 2,000 points is done. Learn how to play and be comfortable. But I can kind of just do whatever. You guys know how it is. Toxie, how do I see what in swag bags? You can't. Over the years, it's evolved. I used to be like, this is exactly what's in them, based on how we used to do sponsorship in the past. But as GWs kind of closed their fist on box breaking and other factors, it's become more of like you don't get to pick what's in it. It's kind of like a scaling value. And I do things like, let's say you redeem like 3 tier 1s. I kind of just make up a gift bag for you. That's more than just that, you know, more than the sum of its parts. It's pretty chill. It used to be like a very meticulous, groomed part of my business when it was brand new. And it's become kind of, if I was still doing it the way I used to do it, I'd be losing. I'd be like, it'd be negative profit. Shipping costs are a problem, everything. So now it's like you can guarantee you're gonna get paint, basin supplies, grass supplies, sometimes paint brushes, sometimes models based on what I'm worked out with my sponsors. It's really just a way to support your boy for the educational content, and then also get a consolation prize in the form of a bag in the mail with some my favorite paints, my favorite bases, things like that. And it tracks. Poor pigment. You can't even get 6 grasses anymore. See? That's how it used to be. They'd be like, I want, 6 tier 1s. And I'm like, grass base, grass base, grass base. Oh my god, guys. Instead, I just upgraded to like a tier 6. Recoil, he's like, I was forced to buy my own grass. How many years before you had to buy your own grass? You probably had like so much grass. You're like 2 years worth of grass. Coxie, they're month to month. That's another thing. If they weren't, I'd be bankrupt. Templar says, honestly, I'm just here for the John Cena gift. Recoil, you can even make your own grass. Reaper says, you once sent me 5 of the big Monument Hobby transparent browns. Yeah, that was a deliberate troll. That was a deliberate troll. Poor Pigman, I gave you 3 white golds once. That is less of a troll and more of an accident. I don't recall ever trolling you like that. I try to rotate too what paints I get from them now. Like I go through like this 3 sets, these 3 sets, you know what I mean? You love that color now. Greenleaf Terrain Studios. Looking at you gives me a semi. Well, you made Recoil mad. Now calm down. Or give me money. Say anything you want for $5. All right, let's get this thing going. Look, Greenleaf Terrain Studios has become adversarial ever since that first time I said I was retiring, and he thought I was being serious. He was mad at me for like a straight up year. And he's still not over it. Rottweiler almost went that way too, because remember Rottweiler showed up as one of my students and supporters right around a retirement stream promo, and he was like so mad. He was like, "This is a joke. This is a joke, Kenny. No one's gonna think this is funny, man." I was like, "Right, man. I've been doing this for years, dude. It's hilarious." He's like, "It's not funny." I was like, "Well, I know at least one guy who agrees with you." Yep, the lasagna incident. Okay, so here's where we're at, Greenleaf Terrain Studios. So I've got all this content edited. It's in the VODs, and it's also being pushed to Patreon right now. We got up on the skin. Got this looking good. We've got a couple of add-on pieces to address still. But let's move on to this skin. I'd like to make this look sick. So let's go down memory lane, and let's just try to remember some of the colors we used. I know we use a lot. Greenleaf Terrain Studios, you call me out. Always, bro. So we used purple and red at some point. I know we used transparent red at some point. I know we used transparent purple at some point. So this is the problem when you do a workup like this. When you try to get like real cute with the airbrush. So when I teach my students, it's not what we did on that work. Like that kind of filtering strategy. That gets you into trouble later. Like I'm in right now. Because, if you just use 3-piece color set and did your workup, GG. Now, I know that we basically made them. So what we did was painted them purple and then pre-highlighted them with white. That's what we did. And then we filtered this nonsense over top this nonsense. And I'm pretty sure we also squirted a little transparent blue into some of the shadows. I'm pretty sure there's like a sidebar of transparent blue in here somewhere. Okay? So, realistically, it's just these. It's just this, right? Dark and bright. And then these are filtering over it. So you see the problem when it's time to pull your paintbrush out and do stuff. It's like, what? So we're going to start with like the simplest approach. We're trying to make dark stuff dark. So, and that should be relatively easy. So what you want to do is you kind of want to eyeball the real estate. So we know the dark purple would be relatively the darkest color set, but nothing here is pure dark purple. So let's grab a little red. So I've got some transparent red, some transparent purple. Lowering the opacity. Now let's just see what this looks like. I'm gonna try to shove this into the recess to make it darker using a heart pool. And you want there to be respect. See? So we have to kind of keep our eye on that to make sure that's not trash. Now, here you can see it's already moving into lighter real estate, so you have to account for that. So what makes all these colors lighter? It's fucking white. Spoiler. Okay, it's white. So some combination of red, white, and purple here. See, they're very different now. Let's lower the opacity. There's like some ox marks right there. So you see in this lighter area, we're using the more respectful version. So scar. Using some noosh. Using some water. See the much lighter variant. I'll get a little bit more red in there. Lower the opacity further. Like right here. See, we're just trying to introduce shadows into crevasses. Let's see. Stipple around these little pimples. And so the whiter belly is where a lot of the respect needs to really be at its highest level. Right there. Hit these little cluster of nonsense right there. Always be rotating. It's pretty reasonable. So you're not using a product, you're using a technique. Now let's move back up to our darker version. This puddle right here. A little bit of noosh. And we're just trying to make the dark things dark. It's critical. Using respect based on our color palette. See now here, let's look up, let's get to the head. Looks like I rubbed some paint off of his nose. We use some green stuff up here to cover some seams. See, you see how we're getting more contrast by just gently introducing dark recesses over our nice airbrush job. And by being aware of our respectful color palette and lowering the opacity of the paint, it gets pretty easy. So see down here, we need to switch it out. We can't just be straight black, like this black purple. We need more of the red.
T-Rex were angry cause they had tiny arms. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Squigosaurs having no arms must be furious.
Ha 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 ha! Recoil. Yeah, the Squigosaurus, he has no fucking arms. Didn't even think of that. How does he jack off? I get some strong man love and chat from my man Recoil. It's just stipples and heart pulls. Respect. Semi-opaque and wet. Using noosh and water to achieve this result. The noosh is helpful for this kind of technique because it lets you kind of fix mistakes in real time if you see that you went too hard. Let's go back up to this extremely dark purple. Right here. Nat. Yo, what's up, Nat? Oh, it has been a minute. We've got these scales that we're going to paint a different color. But might as well hit the paint wash right now. I was already thinking blue for those scales. What do you guys think? Nat, you paint any ultramarines lately? Foxy, I wish I was there when you airbrushed this. Send the VODs, brother. Go to my VODs. Look at the volume numbers. It'll be volume 1. I drop them on Patreon too. There's collections, everything. I have a collection for this guy right now with all the volumes in it. Here we go. Semi-opaque, kind of wet, heart pull. Slow to face with someone. And I'm just framing these scales out because I can be like a little aggressive since I haven't painted them yet. we want that separating line right there. Templar turquoise. Yeah, boy, that's a great suggestion. Like a jade, like in the jade blue collection. Jade blue green. I can see where I've rubbed some paint off this too. I've varnished this guy too. We just handled him so much. Shadow Gex, thanks, man. Nat says, gave up on the Ultramarine after playing a few games. Haven't actually painted much lately, but looking at the new sick Blood Angels box. You ready for some BA? Weren't you playing some Chaos too? You guys see how the dark lines, they just do so much work. Foot has a preposterous amount of detail. Shadow Gex. Sad about Blood Angels. So we'll put the scaled color down next, Templar. And I think we're gonna use your suggestion. You see, we keep it chill. It's a chill. It's not like we're blacklining it. We're using the transparent purple. Oh, there's a little paint right there. So our shadows are pretty respectful. I want to go back here because there's a lot more red on the tail than I was giving it credit for. Let's grab a little bit more red in the mix. But you see, we've got solid contrast forming. And everything's so round on him, we don't want to get too aggressive at the lines. That says, didn't like the Death Guard either. That's right. I remember it was Death Guard. Just hard to please. Like what you like, man. I'll get a little bit more purple. And I'm raw dogging this shit. That's a straight transparent purple for the palettes of the model. Gundam. All right. And then so we got to go back in and start pulling some of the bright stuff out, and then that's when we'll start doing some blending. Okay. But right now, that's just airbrush, dark stuff, dark. But let's get those scales lifted off. Let's figure that out. Got bright jade, got stock jade. I'm gonna grab some jade, maybe some like transparent blue. Got him just chilling. Randy Collins, what's up, brother? The legendary Randy Collins over on YouTube. So we're going to take this. This is jade and transparent blue. We're just going to raw dog it. Onto these scales. Just little heart pulls. You see, that's why we put that purple barrier down already. And this will blur right into that barrier. If you're wearing the Corsair Voids, make sure to update the application software. Gundam. Sometimes you just gotta raw dog life. I love how people are using my fucking term I've been using professionally for 14 years now as some kind of like revelation. All over the internet now. All right, let's take sky blue, and I just want to test this. So I got sky blue, some of that color we made mixed together. High opacity, low moisture, heart pull. They're like diamond plate right here. All right, let's go a step further. More sky blue. Little tracer. Get a little white. And since and it's taken the first coat wasn't opaque, so it's taking on some of the qualities of that purple color underneath there. How's that feel, Templar? Nat? Yeah, the Pop Goes the Monkey stuff's amazing. You're talking about the new fulfillment. I don't know anything about that. So let's go back to where we started. This little puddle. Small amount of transparent blue. Lower the opacity substantially. See if I can blur some of this. Yeah, that looks good, Templar, right? I like it. Rottweiler, I heard my name. Someone need cooking lessons? Oh, shit. So what we had is Jade, transparent blue, Raw Dog, Rottweiler. Would you beat Bobby Flay in a cooking competition? That you got to pick the signature dish? Big Bobby Flay? He's like, no. I've watched a few episodes. It's my mom's favorite show. That dude slaps at cooking, dude. I'm like, I watched that dude just like beat a Cuban guy making a Cuban sandwich. I'm like, how, what? And like, you just tell him like the region, and he's just like, his little brain like is like, this is the spice of the region. This is the beef. This is the protein of the region. This is this is that. Okay, got it. Download it. Let's go. Nat says, what happens if you raw dog it too hard and splatter some blue onto the skin? Then you gotta like, motherfucker, I taught you how to glaze, dog. You know the answer. Let's grab some sky blue in the mix. He's like, dude, it's a teaching moment. You glaze it. If you fuck up, you glaze it, guys. We're hitting it with some raw dog, high opacity, low moisture, tracer technique. Get a little white. Bro, I saw an episode of Rottweiler where like this lady got to challenge him, and she's like the Memphis barbecue queen, like 36-time champion or some shit. And she's like, yo, my family recipe, like hot wings, we got this, we got that. He ain't gonna be, not even 100%, no doubt, destroy Bobby Flay. She's like, your challenge too, like hot wing, like chicken wings, like hot wings. He's like, just rolls his eyes, like, okay. Bro, she barely got her shit on the plate, and he had so much extra time, he made signature cocktails to go with the fucking meal for the judges. Like 5 fucking mojitos. He's like, how many do you want? And she's like, 5 per. And he's like, okay. And he's just like cutting up the meat. I was like, bro, no respect. Like, they were like, I challenge you to Memphis barbecue wings or some shit. And he's just like, the eye roll was like, he's giving himself a headache from rolling his eyes so hard. Let's see if we can blur this a little bit. Go back in time. Low opacity. So now we're blocking in the elements of the squig. Oxium, thanks for the follow. Yeah, that show's wild, Rottweiler. My mom watches it religiously. Coxie, thanks for tuning in, brother. Let's lower the opacity. Now check this out, because these ones blur into the skin. So let's take some of that blue, go back in time to kind of eyeball some of that skin color. So just kind of like bring the scale to his skin using some of the skin color that we had already established. Shout out to Monument Hobbies crew. Coming in for that big raid. What are you guys into right now? Let's grab a little sky blue with our blue mix like we've been doing. We're going to go in high opacity, low moisture. Let's take an extra second because these ones are kind of a different composition. Let's go back a little bit of more moisture. We're going to move back toward the initial color a little bit. Kind of glaze a Band-Aid over it. Grab some of that sky blue mix. Welcome to the chat, Mind My Hobbies and crew. What are you guys into tonight? We're putting these little scales on our Squigosaur right now. Let's grab a little sky blue and white. We're running a little tracer game. Feeling that?
Hey, are you Dirty Mike and the boys?
Your cops! Rub your dicks on the car as you run away! We are gonna have sex in your car! It will happen again!
Donos for my boy.
Yo, let me get some love and chat from my man Captain Banhammer. What's up, brother? Banhammer in the house. I'm getting our mix set up. Let's get these little guys. We're just being careful with our stippling. We'd like to not get it on the skin, as Nat brought up. Using carefully controlled heart pulls and stipples. Trying to keep the paint relatively dry. For control. Banhammer feeling better already. Thank God, robot lady. Let's get some sky blue in the mix. See if we can get like a tracer going right here. Go. Wells, what's up, brother? Let's get a little white in the mix. Rinse it. I'm gonna go back a step in our mix. We'll try to get a kind of a cross piece right here. Gotta get that border. These bigger ones especially. Because we're kind of styling these like diamonds. See, we've got our little border around them too, from when we laid that dark purple down. Wells got his first bottles of Pro Krill today. To Monument Hobbies Paint. That's fucking... Congratulations, brother. Let's get the rest of these scales, Wells. Then we're going to do a whip session. Okay, so... Focus on the little ones first. Using stipples and heart pulls. We're raw dogging the paint, but this combination of colors is transparent blue with jade, which is a little wet because transparent blue is pretty wet. So you got to be using a light touch. Definitely don't add any more moisture. And because of our purple border, if we get a little out of bounds, this one's going to blur kind of right into that border and stop. Yo. Perfect. Tail has the largest collection of them by far. Okay, so sky blue added to the mix, right? So we're kind of splitting the difference. We'll see if we can run like a basic tracer. And we're trying to show it a little respect. That's why we do the mix. Always be rotating. Rotate. Go. Boom. Now we're going to go to pure sky blue. We're going to do the same thing, but less focusing more on the kind of center of the diamond pattern. And we can do pretty much all of this with a tracer. And to see the core philosophy of respect. Right, we used one color combination, added a little of this to that color combination. Then we went pure this, and now we're going to add a little white to this for the finishing touch. Just keeping the sharp stuff sharp, you know? Maybe on these big ones. A little on the sides here. So now we made recesses darker on the flesh, and we isolated the scales. So now we have a much better image. And it's funny how, like, you know, you could definitely stop here and no one will tell you that this guy doesn't look good. No problem. Now I'm looking at his eyes there, and they're big enough that we might be able to do some pupils. Greenleaf Terrain Studios. That's right, man. I am retired. Ginger beef, that's right, man. Jacked pork returns. Like, with how big these pupils are, I'm wondering if... What if I... Like, let me think. Take a little blue. I don't know, what kind of... They probably just have reptile eyes, right? Did GW paint their eyes? See what they did. Yeah, they did like a snake eye on one. So like, that's kind of what I was thinking. Thinking it like, that's exactly what I was thinking. Grab a little transparent black. Like, you want to make a triangle. That one I fucked up a little. That's okay. Just gonna reshape it anyway. Some white. Hi, Big Bruce. What's up, brother? Gingerbeat says the jacked orc returns. What is the orcish name equivalent to Hans? Is Hans or Franz? Cork or Mork. That's right. Let's get a little bit more black. This one, I need to sculpt it better. A little bit more white. One plus saves. You took too much creatine, you're gonna need the poop towel. But adding a little bit more white. Back in. Trying to really get that snake eye to pop. Intraventus just hit me with a raid. There's a lot of fucking people. Patro Ravenhawk throwing the hype down. Admiral Neptune. Snoo coming in with the follow. Let me click on this name. Run it back over. Hit that follow. Intraventus. God, I'm probably saying it terribly because, you know, guys, I can't read. Cosplay and playing Space Marine 2? Is that what I'm saying? Oh, hell yeah. Yep. Followed. K-Troll, what's up? Wolfsark, were you over there playing Space Marine 2? Are there any orcs in the new game? Or is it just like Tyranids and Tzeentch? Welcome to the stream, anyone coming over from the Intravenous crew. How many people follow your stream that don't know about the Warhammer IP, out of curiosity? Intravenous. Wolfsark, I got absolutely smoked by Imperial Guardians today. Got me rethinking my whole plan on the tabletop. IG's got some tech, bro. Guardsmen slap. Juventus, I honestly have no idea. Most have some knowledge. Word? I was just curious, like, guys, this is an orc from the 40k Warhammer IP. Have you seen one of these? On the Squigosaur? This guy slaps. They're like, I know what a fucking orc is, dude. We're getting ready to do a whip session as you hit the raid. I don't know how many people are hobbying in your chat, or anybody actually paints and plays and has conversions. But exclamation point whip, we have a Discord server with a whip category, and what we do for the next like 20 minutes or so is take a look at what you guys are working on and look at them on screen, do some like live critique or just honoring your baller ass conversions and paint jobs for the community. So feel free to jump in on that. That's right, Admiral Neptune, he knows. It's Juventus. Tacos, Taco Tuesday. Thank you. Thank you for the raid. Enjoy your tacos. Twitch taunts. So we recently did actually paint Thousand Suns action, and I know that this is in the game. Everybody tuning in. I saw a load of change in the fucking game trailers and stuff. So we actually painted one of these. Shit, we have full tutorials on that. We have a full-blown tutorial, and we recently also painted like Armon. I don't have any pictures of Armon because I suck, but we have a full tutorial on Armon. God, I never took pictures of Armon. Guys, I'm terrible at my job these days. Right here. Was this the last installment? There we go. Yeah, they got the Zangors up in there too. Admiral Neptune says, Fate Weaver be proud. Funny you say that. Because this actually is a Fate Weaver. Look at the two heads, baby. If Big Daddy Armand showed up in Space Marine 2, it would have been a short game, Wolfsark says. Poor Titus. Enough about me. Let's move it on to the whips. Exclamation point, whip. Gravity's a theory posted up. Let me get that queued up. Oh my god! It's fucking legendary. Look at that shit. There's a truck. There's a Stompa. And here's this thing you're working on. Pictures are legendary. Bro, I love your beat slap too. Got your little case over here. Some orc nonsense in it. What is this? Is this like a... Is this a printer? Or is this like a standing desk? I love this bulletin board. Ace Hardware. Fucking codes. Let's get those. It's a beautiful B slab. You've been killing it on this. About to get the headset. Yeah, well, sorry, Martius is in the game. It's a pretty good scene when he shows up. I watched all the cutscenes. Oh. Admiral Neptune says, who's your army of choice? Or are you mainly a painter? Chaos is definitely I played it all. But Chaos is normally my go-to. But I mean, I've had love affairs over different editions of the game system. Blood Angels, Dark Angels, Space Wolves, White Scars, etc. And as far as I love that question. Or are you mainly a painter? Like, honestly, fuck painting. Shit sucks. I just would rather play. Beautiful. Gravity's a theory. Let's get Dart Jameson up here. Working on his ghosts. The most OP thing you can do, Admiral Neptune, is get good at painting. Because this hobby is like so all-encompassing. You know, like scheming, list building, going to events, playing tournaments, everything like that. You fantasize more about the game than you actually play the game. It's just impossible otherwise. So there's all these seconds and minutes and hours, days between playing the game. 90% of this hobby is not playing the game. So the most OP thing you can do is get good at painting. So during your fantasy time, your mental fantasy time, you're actually producing baller-ass content for yourself so that you go to the table, you get the dopamine, you get the validation, and the win. That's what I teach people. Like, Dart Jameson is one of my students. He's working on project management right now, using his airbrush technique to assembly line his AOS ghosts. Looking beautiful. Transitions looking solid. Wolfsark says barely anyone on Twitch actually plays the game. Well, I mean, like, Admiral Neptune's question's valid because you see a guy talking about painting the miniatures all the time and producing content. There's traditionally in this hobby a rift between, like, hobbyists and players. Though some of the most baller hobbyists, in my opinion, are players. Because no one is more driven to get projects done than someone who goes to tournaments. So, like, me painting this one orc really dope kind of is meaningless versus the guy who painted 2,000 points of orcs, like, dope enough, right? You know what I mean? That's more hobby. So the strategies that I teach are based on how to curate enough corner cutting that you can get projects done fast but still look better than everyone else's. Like with this orc, we had like 15 jumping off points, but we just keep going. Admiral Neptune says, I'm mostly in it for the books and some of the video games, but I love seeing good paint jobs. Thanks. Well, Sark, it kind of feels that way these days. Beautiful work, Don Jameson. We got Easy Peasy, another one of my students. He's working on effects right now, gems. Let's see. Gems, lenses, and jewels. Mateo, what's up, brother? 20 months, September. Let's look. There it is, baby. You're doing it. You lost a little of the gem shape on that big one. So just be careful that your base is locked in. You might need to repair that. But you're doing it right. And I'd say your white dot might be a little excessive. It might need to be more directional. You made it a white dot. If it's like an oval like that, it might need to be more of like a line. You know, like a half moon. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to consider the shape. If it's like a perfect circle gem, the circular dot works. It's a good learning exercise, though, Easy Peasy. You just repaint the fucking gem, dude. It's not a problem. Take your dark purple just kind of fix the shape, the banana shape a little bit, and then reinstall your black and your white dot. Solid though. It's a solid effect though. It looks good. I zoomed in on it, but it looks fine from here. Admiral, Neptune. I built a Dreadnought, a few Marines, Necrons, and this just to have a little street cred. That's right. And you see easy peasy how like learning this effect is pretty big deal because it translates to so many fucking miniatures. Lens, gems, jewels, liquids, all that shit. Exclamation point whip. Got Captain Banhammer up in here. Let's see what he's working on. His Death Guard. Working on up in my blazing game, getting all this gross flesh down. Going to get the bone done tonight as well. Also, got the dust off. Good. There we go. So it's just clean airbrushing, details, wash. That's most of the strategy. Got that dust off, or is it perma dusted now? Waited too long. That's all it takes right there. That's good airbrushing habits, details, and washing habits. Captain Banhammer. Be right back. Burning paint desk. Sometimes what I do, Captain Banhammer, is I'll run some like pure alcohol through the airbrush, and I'll use the airbrush compressor, crank it, and I'll use it as like dust off, but also like kind of pressure wash it to spray the perma dust off like that. If you have some issues with the dust kind of sticking to it. Easy peasy. Best part currently right now, my tabletop game list is now done. Just have 12 systems about to touch up afterwards. I can paint a mini nice, slow, and methodical. What's your next big event? Yeah, or a dry brush. Like it uses dry brush as a duster. That can work too. Dragonfall Major, Wisconsin. Any more whips? Got some new people in here still. I gotta go take a leak. I go take a bathroom break. Give me like 90 seconds. BRB. check the whips. Nope. So, about to get cranking on the rest of the skin. Just tuning in, exclamation point class. Reach out to me if you're looking for lessons. I'll send you a free copy of my course syllabus. Exclamation point fall hoodie. That's our top D Grand Prix. It's kind of like a raffle. You need to be in the final 4 each episode. So that's like a entry. And we have our Beast Mode 4 Loco hoodie. And now our Heretic Gold. These are the raffle items. In addition to all of our other prizes and whatnot. But that's about it for my promos. Exclamation point patrons. And also, I think it is September, so you get like a discount on subscribing, I think. Exclamation point sub. I don't know. Do I even have a command for that? New sub? I don't fucking... Do we have one of those? Let's lock into the obesity cradle. Ugh. So fat. Ugh. Ugh. Let's get a little back pillow. Lock it. Oh, okay, where are we? Oh yeah, we were messing around with the eyeballs. So here's so put a little yellow in there. Ginger beef. Did you call it the obesity cradle? Yeah. So my chick. That's the name of my chick. I need to buy some more transparents. All right, so what I want, I have a little yellow on the palette. Transparent yellow to be precise. I'm gonna water it down a little bit. What we want to do is install a little yellow in the eyeballs. It almost won't even interact with the black. We're going to go a step further. Let's take a little of the transparent red. Gonna use it for personal, stealing it for personal use, ginger beef. Go for it. So we have a pseudo orange. Stipple in some at the bottom. All right, enough of that. Now we have to figure out how we want to highlight some of this skin. So down here, this is a bit of a concern. That is what every computer chair in the world is called. All right, so red, purple, white. Try to create a color match. To the lips. Something I can use here. Just using the colors that we already used. You see, I already did a little bit of highlighting here. But now I'm going to sharpen it up. High opacity, low moisture. See, we're going to just be a little bit more aggressive. And now I'll blur some of that by going back to this darker value situation here, maybe a little bit more purple. Phoenix, what's up, man? Still got a thing for Long John Silver's? Just moved to Michigan and they're everywhere. Bro. Standalone or like KFC, AMW? So I'm going to blur some of that highlighting with the filter. All my zombies, thanks to the follow. Reegs, thanks to the follow. Standalone. Oh my god. If you go into one and get a selfie in there with like someone who works there, I'll pay you for that picture. See, what I'm trying to do is really sharpen these details. It's my brother. The fucker doesn't pay attention to anything I do. Consider it done, Phoenix. Thank you. My balls. I'm going to Tampa Open next month. So we're using this highlight on the raised areas right here. It's still relatively low opacity. Purple. Let's get some of that pink. Just using the colors that we know are on here, just kind of eyeballing. You see some of these cuts, it's easy. We're just gonna go bottom shelf. Right there. Using the heart pull, these little holes, stipple underneath. Now, I have to do a better job with this filter right here. Low opacity. Because what I want is this to end up a little bit more pink and kind of start blurring into the rest of the skin color. Right there. Just checking to see if my brother was texting me. Let's get a little bit more white. White and red mixed together. Get that hyper shine going. We're gonna do some light stipples. Really shine up that gum line. This is the focal point. of the squig for sure. So just want to make sure like the teeth and the lips right around the teeth look their best. Yo, my man White Turk in the chat. Got the Squigosaur. So, okay, same thing on this side. Going in the same order. So we're bringing the pink down kind of bold. And we are using semi-opaque paint. Stipples and heart pulls. Jack of Clubs Painting tuning in. You streaming tonight, brother? Chilling, put a full day on the board, got everything sealed and primed. And streaming. Hell yeah. All right, so let's go back to where we added some more purple to it. Filter. And we're going to use that to blur some of this. Try to put a little bit of that kind of mouth color deeper into his gum line. Low opacity. See, we're just kind of creeping it in, bringing it up. bang out this text, my lady. You see, just bringing that purple. This all the same paints, just reusing them in different areas. Recoil just gifted 10 subs to the chat in September. You get a discount for that? Recoil, you get some love right there. Just got gifted a sub because Recoil's a beast. Give that man some love. Okay, now let's add white and red back to the mix. Let's get some tight little stipples. High opacity, low moisture. That's what we're looking for right there. My man Recoil coming in like the beast that he is. So you see, we're just touching the tops of these little flesh shapes. You see that brings a lot of detail, starts to pop. Brings a lot of intrigue. Wait, I'm going to tone these ones down a little bit by glazing a little bit more of the pink back in. See down here, I think this can use some work. So we got these shapes. See, we've got like a cut here, kind of like a hole in the bottom of the chin here. So we're gonna go bottom. We're still just kind of color matching real estate. cut right here. 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 Let's go. Let's take it. Let's step back. There's something in between the two. Lower the opacity. It's like a purple pink. Low opacity as fuck. Just bringing it down a little further right there. Dad bod nerd. What's up, man? So I'm just kind of stippling this new color combination in. I'm using it to kind of blur some of these lines. I'm using Noosh and water to cut the opacity. I'm just trying to get that chin to look decent. Now we did a bunch of scratch work here earlier in the paint job on the front of his nose. You see it's much redder there. But I think I'm going to tone some of them down though. Some bold power red and some transparent red. I don't think they're very well shaped. So I'm going to just filter over them with a low opacity glaze. Kind of reshape some of these. Now, something that's really important here is we got a lot of shapes here, but this ridge is crucial. So it's a lot of bold power red. So we're gonna take some bold power, add some white, and let's just. So this is gonna be a pink that's very different than the rest of the pinks. This is a very desaturated pink, salmon pink. But it's appropriate for the red that's up there because that's a lot of bold power red filtering versus the transparent red filter, which makes this more appropriate for some of these scratches too. This one right here, in particular, needs a little highlight. Using the heart pull. That one's like a scar. This one's not even a scratch. That's what's up. Fayern says, decided to bite the bullet and get into 40K, but I want to look secondhand for my first army. How difficult would it be to repaint someone else's previous collection? Not too, I mean, it's not too big of a deal. You can always throw it some simple green and strip them down. You can usually buy, you can probably buy some shit on eBay that's like hardly even painted at all. All right, so this is our desaturated paint still, and I lowered the opacity a little. Added some water and some douche. Huh. Want kind of like we want to drag a line right here. And right there. Risen Tranquility, thank you for the follow. Opacity, low moisture, heart pulls, get those little scratches. We gotta start working our way into some of these other details, because the face is crucial. So let's take stock. There, I can see a lot more purple poking through. Like I said, it's all just purples and reds and whites. Just getting like a nice. There we go. That's what I want to see. See, and I'm just kind of touching things right here. These are details in the sculpt, and I'm just following them. Get a little whiter. Opacity, low moisture. There. And most of it's still airbrushed. You see, the real estate is still vastly airbrushed. Go boy. Can't wait to get my Beat Slab back online. It's shambles right now after I had to tear it all out. Carpets downstairs due to the unfortunate washing machine malfunction, which is entirely my fault. Did you install it wrong? How happened? Same thing we did on the other side. Hey Schmitty, what's up, man? Oh, you had it in the old laundry sink and it popped out? And you can go, I mean, we're going to go pretty hard on the head. We're going to try to hit every scratch. But we want to filter down some of these. Yo, it's my man, Demeki. You back? I know you got busy again. Don't let my man rest. And right here, we're just trying to drag a couple of lines. Putting back together some Pathfinder drones and now about to crack out the crisis suit. So you back? That sounds awesome, man. You guys, how it just went to HD, the Squig's face? More than work to Grandpa been out of hospital. My mom has breast cancer, so oh man, I'm sorry, dude. Just getting these lines. So I want to filter some of this down, so we need to recapture some of the purple. Lower the opacity. Using some water and some noosh. Because remember, it's just a common. It's purple, white, and reds essentially. So if something is darker than something next to it, it's probably because there's more purple. We're just using a little low opacity purple to smooth out any bumps we see. And if something's brighter, it probably has more red and white in it. So we're just trying to get bottoms of these scrapes.
Got my cup full, I'm fine. Head to toe in that drip, I'm wavy. Couple man I ain't seen from time. Couple girl I might move to wine. Like Amos, if there's no crime, would you let this one dance be mine?
1+ saves.
Ain't no way I'm gonna lose my shine. It's pure vibes on the floor.
Just found out Matt quit 40K. Follow him on Instagram.
I might text a couple more friends and get loose. It's the vibe when the man run up inside. From we enter inside, I come through and lift up the vibe. That's just what we bring, we get like.
See, I think we can get a little sneaky though.
Got the rhythm on deck. I don't need to tell you what's next. Just jump to the rhythm and show me two-step. Jump to the rhythm and
Bring a little bit of low opacity, almost white in. To some of these almost randomly to these zones. Make you want to pick my brain on a color set. I'm cooking for Tau Army, going pink, breast cancer awareness, and some colors that go with bone cancer. Or are you going all in? All right, man. Yeah, man, I feel you, dog. My mom had breast cancer a while back. Such bullshit.
They wonder why after flipping sides we not eye to eye. I wonder why. Whole lot of friends they came and they went. Whole lot of money I put up and spent. When I was there,
don't you still have class credits with me, Jamaican?
right back again, right back again. Pull up a toast, right to the brim. This for them. Started from nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing. You give what you give, I gave it my all, now we in the running. I did, I did, I did it, I did, I did, I did. Started from nothing, we did it, we made it, we turned into something. I said what I be, but they ain't believe, they thought we was bluffing. You give what you give, I gave it my all, now we in the running. I did, I did, I did it, I did, I did, I did. Remember they used to doubt the boy, remember they used to doubt me. I kept a vision around me, whole team know it isn't about me. Been through the peaks, been through the valleys. If I tried to quit, they wouldn't allow me. Breaking the bread up and pass it around me. Yeah, walking achievements, eyes we beat it.
Oh yeah. We've gone through the 101, right? So right now, what I'm doing, guys, is taking like the low opacity white with little noosh, and I'm just making these peaks pop a little harder. And it's like I'm addicted to it. It's like opening up Photoshop and just flipping the fucking filters all over the place. Then just trying to make the image more and more sharp. To the point where I over sharpen, right? Like that's kind of my goal, is to over sharpen. And do you see though, we're not doing like any blending. We're hardly doing any glazing outside of just a basic filter. This is 99% airbrush. This Squigosaur is 99% airbrush. With minor adjustments and tweaks to tops of things and bottoms of things. Always comes back to I'm making the dark stuff darker and the bright stuff brighter. And then my personal style is what forces me to, force highlights to these little peaks and these with certain flair to it. You know what I mean? That's style. That's not the rules. Yeah, the dark magenta. I'd say the dark magenta is probably a solid baseline. Here's something. It's not needed though, but if you like to create a shelf stable paint job like OnePlus saves, good to go. But check this out. So like I was painting some of my Warp Talon backpacks today. Bro, look at this shit. Like it's almost too hot for the camera. The Mac game, Space Marine 2 stream? Nah, man, I don't care about games like that. I'm like, I don't play third-person action games anymore. I mean, I played Space Marine 1, loved it, but RPGs, that's all I play. And this is transparent red magenta to white with a filter of fluorescent pink sprayed over top. It's preposterous. So really it's just about going through and repeating, and I'm trying to clean up mistakes. Like there's like a little missing paint on his snout right here. You can see it right here. Rubbed a little off. So what we're gonna do is just artificially turn that into one of the scratches by taking some of the transparent purple, and we're just gonna say fuck it. It's official. You are now a scratch, son. And then we'll get some of the ink we were messing with. We just want to under highlight that. Heart pull. Hey, look at that. Back in the game. We want to make sure that we have these shelves isolated. See how that's like a cut straight through it? That's actually part of our green stuff when we did our cover up on the seam. So I want to make sure we acknowledge that cut. I put that in there deliberately to kind of to mask my green stuff. That was like a deliberate slash. There's like a moth on my desk right now. Like a He Loves lamp. Chaos and Lead, thanks, man. Demeki says, tell me you've seen the meme of the guy singing Triple H's walkout song. No. Send it to me on Insta. Thanks, Gaddick Painting. But yeah, like as far as like, we barely have to do anything on the belly. Just a little bit of cleanup on some of our pin washing. Maybe like a little. Let me see if we get some purple. Red, white. Be like a little. Little highlighting up here. But you definitely still want to filter that down. Some low opacity purple. You want to soften those lines. Just relax. Maybe a real low-key highlight right here. Some of the purple mix. But that face is what we want. That face is looking good. This side, what we want to do is we want to get in some of that salmon pink. Right here. Hitting a rampage. I learned how to read a calendar, so I put in for a classic. Nice. I mean, in fairness, it's a spreadsheet, and I just wrote some dates on it, so it's easy to get confused on what date you're looking at. Because you might be looking at the numbers column and thinking that's the day of the month. So we want to get along that busted seam. Get a little whiter, a little purpler. Right here. That bottom shelf. Like a painting, so easy. Didn't get. Don't give me more excuses than I already have. Hitting the rampage. Of course, you're probably right. You were looking at some numbers, and I know which ones you were looking at. You were looking at the number column, which is always going to be a day off. Temeki is set out the equipment tomorrow. Hell yeah, man. Secret project. You guys see this is the airbrushing, right? And then this is the airbrushing where we just touch the tops of things. And so to someone who just tuned in, they might think that I spent ridiculous amount of time blending this, because typically people get stuck at airbrushing and then their brush skills kind of petrify, right? Kind of atrophy. And so they see this brush technique and they're like, damn, you painted all that by hand? Like, no. I painted like 10% of it by hand. So with the next level painting, brush control techniques and strategies and respect and all that stuff, this is the goal. But you see how many jumping off points we had? This guy could be 80th percentile tabletop. When it was just airbrushed, everything was just blocked in. And dry brushed. That's 80th percentile. Like when we wish.com this, dry brushed it. All that shit. And then when we made the dark things darker, 85th percentile. Bright stuff brighter, 90th percentile. You know, oh, we're doing this sick ass effect right here. 99th percentile. You know what I mean? See how it works. So when you introduce like effects and all these other things to it, you decide the stopping point, but you can paint the entire rest of the orc army 2 stopping points below this and just have this guy look like this. But yeah, gingerbread, the airbrushing was so fast. We put out, but that's the secret of airbrushing gingerbread. It's so fast and so efficient that you have to do it flawlessly. Because if you're not doing flawless airbrushing, don't even bother. The whole point of the airbrush is superior product. And it will save you time. So I made sure to generate a superior foundation product. And then I refunded 100% of my time savings into the brush game. So it's like a 50-50, right? But I didn't have to refund 100% of my time savings. I could have refunded like 10% of my time savings. Midley Fits, this is sponsored content. Kind of like a commission, yeah. For one of our viewers. That's what I do now, sponsor content program. Typically, I used to do it to just businesses and stuff, but I've opened it up to private people. Some people I keep their names private, some people I don't, based on what we've discussed. Sunshine Grenadier is the one who commissioned all the scene stuff this year. One Plus Saves is when we did the Lord on Mount, the Juggernaut Lord, and which is right here. One Plus Saves. little dust. Don't worry. He'll get sprayed off before he's varnished. Well, he's already varnished. So, 2 mounts. This guy took like 3 days. This is easy. This guy has all this organic texture. Vastly bigger.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
Yeah, we're getting close, though. We gotta start figuring out what we're gonna do on this base. I only have 1 sponsorship slot left for the year, and I think DACA, the DACA store just took it. They haven't paid me yet, but they confirmed they want to take it for October. They write some names down. So they've got a Orc Project. Get some names written down in the list. Yeah, it's funny. Like I said, the DACA store, they came to me though because they have like a sisters release they want to promote in October. And I was like, I mean, we could, but like you're literally the DACA store, like STL store. You got a bunch of works like October, and they're like, oh my god. So they want to give me the model, and I'll top the giveaway the model to you guys in October. So we're going to be rating Wyatt, I believe. It's just like a sisters release. It wasn't like anything crazy. It's just like a solid set of sister models. Just a new line. I was like, yeah, this is great, but like it's October. And you're literally DACA store, and you've got like orcs all over your collection. Let's love Wells. So they were like, you're right, we're doing that. So they're about to pay me and send me the model. We'll get the promo off the ground for October. So that means between this project and the next, I'll whatever dead space I have between the two will be War Towns. All right, guys. Let's start the raid ticking down right now. Make sure you bring the length, the girth, and the positivity over to our boy Wyatt Turk, Jack Close Painting. Shout out to Bidley Fitz, Cat Painting, Idiot Rampage, Red Coat, everyone. Go Boy. They're not going to send me codes, I don't think. Go Boy, I asked them what they want to do. I told them they can send me codes. They can do literature. They can keep the model, or I can keep the model and do a giveaway with it. So they live in another country, so like our communication gets kind of slow sometimes. I'm trying to get codes from them. I think they just want you to give them the money. And it's STLs. So it's not very expensive. See right there. Go Boys, like signing up on their Patreon. That's what they want. You just did it. Put in the notes you heard me talking about. All right, guys. I'll see you on tomorrow for the podcast and Friday for streaming. Thank you for your support as always. From the bottom of my heart, I can't do without you and all the kind words today. As always, until we meet again, play on, players.